Hello, friends, and welcome to Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. Today we find ourselves back upon the Blade's Edge, ready to continue our exploration out into the warp and deeper into the Coronis Expanse. We have just explored Avioris. We put out a couple of different collection machines to pick up some different items, and then we went onto a drifting void ship where we ran into some techno priests who came from Kiava Gamma, one of our worlds. They escaped it, heretics were taking it over, and one of the monsters got onto their ship and took it over. And by the time we arrived, things were going very, very poorly. We did not handle things great, but we survived and we made it out. So now we are ready to continue on our journey and see where else we can go. This is Disabled. My name is Ed, and let's get into it. Okay, we are going to return back to Furabundus, because that's apparently what we do every time we have to travel to a new location. Lord Captain, I hasten to report the disturbing news brought to me by the machine spirits of the ship. The matter is extremely delicate and concerns Lady Cassia. You see, since her first day aboard, her presence has been a disturbance to the crew's way of life. If you'll allow, I have prepared a detailed report. Deliver your report. The first incident occurred immediately after our departure from Urak 5. The Lady Navigator chastised one of the ship's runners, after which he went to his living quarters, killed his family, and then shot himself. The second incident was noted while traversing the wharf. The Lady Navigator gave the pilots the wrong instructions, and the void ship was thrown off course. For a matter of minutes only, but this was enough for the forces of the Immaterium to anger the machine spirits for them to start a fire in the service bay. After that, officers living near the Lady Navigator's quarters began to express extreme emotions: hysteria, apathy, euphoria, even rage. This is quite detrimental to crew morale and performance. The last incident was recorded on Footfall. Around 100 living birds were delivered on board during our stay on Footfall. Each bird cost a hefty sum, but I have failed to discover their purpose and subsequent fate. I was also told about a conflict between the Lady Navigator and the Seneschal. Alas, with no details. If you like, you can ask Master Wassarian directly. Things are even worse with Jae Hadari. I intercepted a Voxcast in which she promised she would, and I quote, end that Casca if she ever saw her again. If I may, Lord Captain, the Lady Navigator's state of mind worries me. She is self-contained and does not mesh with the crew at all, which is why everyone avoids her. Even senior officers can be superstitious. I fear that only you are in a position to talk to her on an equal footing and improve the situation, for the sake of the crew's safety and that of Lady Cassia herself. Well, that's interesting, I guess. Trinitas is an uncharted, but it has Janus in there. That's where we want to go. It would cost 3 points to chart the course. Maybe if we go here first, because we've already gotten here. Route is dangerous. I could reduce it to unsafe or make it safe. Let's go to unsafe only. Travel. Lord Cotton, permission to address you with a request. Our head chirurgeon is sabotaging the ship's operations. He's quarantined several voidsman crews on account of a peddling sickness. People don't even go to the medbay when they come down with that. They just wipe their noses and keep working. Only a dozen or so die from it in a year. We're sitting on our hands here, so I ask you to talk a wee bit of sense into him. Your vox clicks and you hear a dry, nonchalant response. Greetings, your lordship. My name is Letted Forius, and I am the Chirurgeon Majoris of this vessel. As your chief Medicae specialist, I assure you that the quarantine is well warranted. This piddling sickness has claimed the lives of a number of meritorious officers in the past. This time I intend to get the epidemic under control, study the disease thoroughly, and develop a proper cure. I hope you will agree that a single period of downtime is a small price to pay for the number of lives that will be saved, and the increase in the crew's performance during other such outbreaks in future. Not to mention the fact that we won't have to waste stimulants due to the afflicted using them as a crutch to offset their limited work capacity. How do you intend to study this disease? By gathering enough infected individuals together, letting the illness progress, comprehending its properties, and finally killing it. The disease goes through several stages, with each containing clues to its nature and vulnerabilities. The Voidsman will have to stay sick for some time until I discover the cure, assuming, of course, that the disease is reversible in its final stages. The Voidsmen are to be treated and put back to work. If you want test subjects, tell the Master-at-Arms to provide you with the required number of convicts and other riffraff. This may limit the potential of the study, but this approach is also acceptable. I will make up for the lack of material with my expertise. Thank you for taking your crew's health into consideration. Should you require my services, you may find me on the bridge, your lordship. Lord Captain, I bring dire news. A feud has broken out between the clans that maintain the Void Shield arrays. Rumor has it that the late Lady Theodora was seen on the lower decks, and so one of the families called for a rebellion against the usurper of the Void Ship. That is you, sir. So far, no one believes their mad tales, but unrest has begun at the fringes of the compartments. The ship's enforcers are ready to eliminate the instigating clan or pacify the entire Void Shield crew. The decision is yours. What's this story about Lady Theodora? Rumors of Lady Theodora's presence on the Void Ship have been circulating for a long time, and appear to be a deliberate provocation rather than an ordinary drunken rambling. Perhaps someone is intentionally stirring up the masses to rebel against you, or perhaps it is the influence of the warp. Enforcers are already investigating, but right now we need to stop the conflict from escalating further. As long as the unrest continues, the Void Ship's shields will not be operating at full capacity. Find the source of the rumors and punish those responsible. I don't want any unnecessary deaths. Lord Captain, as Seneschal Bressarian would say, there are no innocents in such cases. The clans are endangering the entire Void Ship, tussling over a strange and obviously false rumor. If you so desire, I will convey your wishes to the enforcers later, but right now the unrest must be stopped, and the people returned to their direct duties or replaced. Very well. Destroy the rebellious clan and find a replacement among the neighboring crews. I'll see to it, Lord Captain. Okay, let's visit Trinitos. Oh, we have unknown ships about. Hostile object signature. We did well in that first combat. I am not against trying again, but let's get the planets first. See what's what. plasteel. We will set up extractium for that. We haven't got any of that going yet. And looks like there's nothing here. And nothing here. Another burning world. Won't Argenta be excited? We can send criminals here to burn in purgatory. She'll be so thrilled. Okay, let me drop a save, and let's get in here and do one of these ship combats. Hopefully this one won't absolutely smoke us like we have been very fortunate on the last the two that we've done. The first one when we first got the footfall, and then the last one we did. We have been very fortunate. They've gone very well. I don't think that's because of my personal strategy.
The ordnance rings out across our decks.
Oh boy. All of that looks appropriately not great.
Keep up the pressure! Macro cannon, open fire!
Miss. We didn't hit them at all. Yikes. Got through a little bit there.
With the force of a supernova!
Nice. Can we ram it now? We cannot. Okay, well, let's finish off our movement then. Ooh, I'm not a
The
fan.
whispers grow louder. We approach oblivion.
We do approach oblivion. That is not cool.
Double your efforts, you grog stains!
Okay, well.
Launch battery, fully.
Oh, we blew ourselves up. Wow, okay. So that did not go well. Apparently, I know now not to blow a ship up when I'm right on top of it, because that goes poorly for me. Okay, I think we were outclassed there, absolutely. So let's go ahead and head out. No point in getting into fights with ships that are in better shape than we are. We're still very much babies. Head back to but still unsafe. Man, I just do not like that. Whatever. Lord Captain, we have an emergency. We have received word that there has been a sighting on the lower decks. The Boxmaster's voice breaks. A sighting of Lady Theodora. The messages we have received are incomplete and vague, little more than yelling and hysterical claims. There are reports of casualties and unrest. The compartment in question has already been sealed off, but I thought you might want to look into what's going on for yourself. The situation is delicate, and what's especially disturbing, there are mentions of Idira being present at the scene. What is Idira doing there? Idira broke her microbead, so I wasn't able to find out anything from her. But, Lord Captain, Idira is a psyker, and we are in the warp. You are the only one who would risk setting foot in that compartment, and if you do not, we will never see Idira again. I beg you, Lord Captain, do not ignore this matter. I'll deal with it personally. I need the exact location. Right away, Lord Captain. Okay. Looks like we're going in with Abby, Heinrichs. Let's pull Abby out and bring Jae. See what we think of that group. I'd like to leave Pascal behind. I need someone else to pick up tech, because I'm not a fan of his build. Okay, let's go ahead and level up Jae. She gets overcharge. Servo Skull Swarm immediately heals to full wounds. The immobilized, prone, and stunned effects are removed. Just like the Raven. So same stuff there, looks like. Let's go ahead and complete. Okay.
My success is an irrefutable certainty.
The instrument terminal, an important part of the compartment's internal infrastructure, appears to be in working order. Okay, good. Good to know. The cogitators regularly display reports on the screens, endless chains of symbols, many of which only high-ranking tech priests can likely understand.
The breath of the Immaterium. I feel the same thing whenever your resident witch is around. We are close.
And who now deigns to grace us with their presence? Another gaggle of heretics and traitors thirsting to get their due for what they've done? Or is it the leader himself, who has finally grown tired of hiding behind others? Theodora von Valencia stands before you, and she looks grotesque. A hole yawns wide in her chest, rusted hooks protrude from beneath her skin, and a lumpen inflamed scar cuts across her throat. The figure flickers as though it is dropping in and out of this reality. She looks at you with the whitish eyes of a corpse and smiles venomously. Rogue traitor! We meet at last! I had grown tired of waiting for you to pay me a visit. Theodora's look is appraising, and her mocking tone turns to one of distaste. Indeed, centuries of selfless toil and effort, and everything I left behind has gone to this nonentity. Argenta's eyes spark with fury. Warp illusion, begone! Argenta, my dear, there's no need to make such a fuss. Why don't we sit down over a cup of recaf like we used to? I'll listen to your rapturous tales of sacred relics, portents, and your special path. You must have been so lonely without me here. No one else is willing to listen to your ravings or help you with your childish treasure hunt. Theodora laughs melodiously, almost without mockery. We have already met. Of course, boy, for it was I who gave the order to bring you here to my ship. Oh, how I rue that decision now, and how I regret heeding the advice of my seneschal. Alas, my glorious voyage through life was ended in the dullest possible way, by death. A nuisance I staved off as long as I could, but do not weep for me, my boy. I'm still keeping an eye on my property, and punishing all those who failed me. Theodora bares her rotten teeth in a snarl, her laughter piercing. You are not Theodora. Theodora is dead. There is no coming back from that. I'm dead? How is that? I am no different from those who have not yet crossed the divide between reality and eternity. I see, I speak, I remember the wrongs you all committed against me, and for all those who failed me, I have already begun exacting my retribution. I truly am Theodora, the remnants of herself that she left behind in this world. I am an echo of her memories preserved in the minds of those who cared for her. I am the taste of tears spilt for the unsaid and the undone. I am the terror of she who failed to turn the tide of fate, and who refuses to look truth in the face. I am as real as the human passions that bring worlds to ruin. Where's Idira? What have you done with her? Me? What have I done with Idira? All I did was turn that little mutt from the fringes into a true servant of the Imperium. I gave her toys, I cleaned up after her antics, I provided her with everything she could ever dream of. Oh, I had great plans for poor little Idira. If you are Theodora, then tell me, who really killed you? Oh, wouldn't you like to know the answer to that question? I don't even know which would be more satisfying, to give you an honest answer or leave you to languish in your ignorance. We'll see how you conduct yourself, little boy. What do you want with me? Why were you waiting for me? Theodora wearily rolls her eyes. Matters are so dire that the pleas of one of my servants breached death's veil to reach my ears. How could I ignore such a desperate cry for help? And from my little Idira, no less. Once I appeared here, of course I had to meet the pretender who has allowed this deplorable state of affairs. I'm sorry we could not help you, but you do not belong here. Theodora tosses her head back and laughs. The scar on her throat opens with a wet sucking noise, curving into a horrible facsimile of a smile. He feels sorry for me! Wretched, spineless creature! No, the only one worthy of pity here is you, boy. But do not expect any. I am not here to console you. Oh, no. I am here to seek retribution against all who failed me. My brainless crew, my useless officers, my pathetic servants who turned their backs on their mistress in her darkest hour. And worst of all, you, my dear heir, you who have undeservedly claimed the warrant and everything else that is mine. I will drag it all to the warp with me, including you. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, it's moved Jae to Heinrich's spot. I don't know why it really doesn't want Heinrich's in the front. Like, it really doesn't. Okay, awareness 95.
As it should be.
The lines on the screen look fuzzy, as though the cogitator's readout system or data storage has been damaged. The people's remains have been hideously mutilated. The flesh seems to have melted at the edges and is thickly coated in stinking mucus.
I always have a backup plan.
Must be my smuggler's instincts.
Little junk. It's on my ship. It was mine already, I suppose. The wall lining is dented as though someone tried to break their way out. Labored, stuttering growls and periodic rattling comes from beneath the casing. Yeah, it's been beat up pretty good, I'd say. Okay. We about to have to fight some workers? Not yet. A huge shell ready to be loaded into the macro cannon breech. Interesting. Where is she? I clearly remember her being around here somewhere. Here's Idira. A spilt liquid, cloudy and carrying a strong chemical smell. It is the coolant used to stabilize the major cogitator systems. Ah, there you are, my little coward. Why won't you look at your captain, Idira? It's wrong. It's all wrong. Look at her, boy. My little Idira is utterly trapped in her visions. No matter. I will allay all your doubts. Lord Captain? Idira turns her head to you, but her demented gaze only rests briefly on your face before sliding away. Up close, you can see that the base of one of Idira's temple implants has blackened and melted. No, wait. Lord Captain, Lady von Valancius. Idira raises her eyes to Theodora, who stands before her. Tears stream down Idira's cheeks. You came back. Theodora clucks her tongue in sympathy, reaching out to tenderly stroke Idira's hair. Poor little Idira. There. How could I not come? You were crying for me so desperately, your pleas carried to the very depths of the warp itself. The smile suddenly drops from her mutilated face. Why didn't you save me? Why didn't you warn me? Answer me, you insignificant wretch, or I'll drag the answer from you myself. Theodora's fingers dig into Idira's scalp, meeting no resistance. Idira lets out a soul-chilling howl and tries to grab the hand tearing into her, but her fingers pass through the monster's flesh. I didn't hear anything. That could have had anything to do with you. I'm sorry, Lord Captain. I failed. Ah! Idira breaks into a strangled scream, and you feel the air around you grow rapidly colder. Argenta wordlessly swings her weapon up and aims it at Idira, who is struggling in the monster's hold. The Sister of Battle looks at her without an ounce of doubt or mercy. Argenta! Stop! Argenta wrinkles her nose at your shouted command and lowers the weapon a few centimeters, but she does not put it away. Idira! I am your captain, not her. Listen to me and snap out of it. Don't even bother. She cannot hear you, little boy. She doesn't hear anyone but me. Theodora's hands swell before your eyes, a dull liquid pulsating under the skin. A moment later, it streaks toward her fingers, which are driven deep under Idira's scalp. Idira convulses and shrieks in agony. A sound wave hits you in the face, leaving behind the tang of blood and the smell of decaying flesh.
I've never felt pain.
Make an example out of you.
Brace yourself.
Okay, we've got a couple of a warp beast, some workers who turned into warp beasts. The workers down here, which have very few health points, they're not going to be hard to take out. Alright, Cassia goes first, as expected. And then Argenta will go. Let's bring Cassia up here. Argenta will go after two of the enemy. It looks like, let's see what goes first. A blue whore and a warp beast. So the big one will go first. And then one of the blue horrors will go, I guess. I don't know where it's located. Okay, whatever. Let me shove Argenta up here. Pascal can be in toward the back. Heinrich needs to come up front. Ish, anyway. Actually, we'll position him to... Yeah, we'll put him toward the front here. Jae, I'll put her where she can start taking out some of the workers. And then we'll put Gladius over this way as well. Let's go ahead and start it. Cassia will begin with a little lidless gaze, if we can.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Beautiful. Did she blow up her own cover? She did. Well, you know, we all do what we gotta do. Front line. I'll stick right
I am
here.
a navigator, not a servitor.
Back line, I'll put right here. And rear, we will give to Jai. And then let's use Bring It Down on
Isn't this a
Argenta.
job for the serfs?
Looks like we can only hit one. So let's do this one. Beautiful. Looks like we hit Vesper too, but I'm not really too concerned about that because Vesper can't do anything. Alright, back to Cassia, and let's buff Gladius a bit and end her turn. I don't know what that work was just doing.
Pain won't stop me.
That was weird. Okay. There's a blue whore. Holy cow. Okay. Some interesting things happening here. Bring Argenta over, turn on rapid fire, and attack. One blue horror down.
Doubt is for the weak.
Yikes. There
I'll
we
do
go.
it.
Hit that one, but we're okay. Alright.
For now. Stop hitting me, Ashmag.
I can't stand it! Emperor, protect me.
Yep.
I'll do what it takes. Yeah!
Nice. And by that, of course, I mean, what the cheese. Let's do pistol burst.
Tell me, and it is going somewhere.
And then we'll do the same here. Wow, that one is pretty slick. Couldn't do anything to him. Okay, in turn. I don't know what that was about, but unfortunate. We'll come down, do a little blade dance. Maybe.
Let's make some opportunities.
Set myself on fire.
Didn't even flinch.
Orchestrate flames. Yep, I'm doing
I'll
serious
see
damage to
first
myself
look
these
another
days.
enemy down. He never stood a chance.
Nice. Come up.
Who if not me?
Last one.
I'll see to it, player.
Got that health back plus a little more, because that's how I roll. Okay. Cleared all of them out.
Taking calculated risk is my second nature. It's as good as done.
There we go. And that's got us going. Heinrichs is up. No, I don't like that. Let's...
Naturally.
use Word of the Emperor. Target's too far.
But of
Who will
course,
use a
Lord
door?
Captain. The Emperor is on our side.
And attack.
For the throne's glory.
Perfect. Looks like Vesper does get a turn.
Emperor, protect me.
I've faced worse than this.
Wow. Unexpected, but okay.
The scriptural prognosis is favorable. My vow is to serve.
Wow.
Running binary code.
Okay. Cassie is up after a little healing. Let's see. She will
Battlefields
empower
are always
Heinrich.
drowned in
Heinrich.
scarlet. Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
With a little bring it down. Let him attack.
I won't object.
Be gone. I'm a member.
Beautiful. And then use Enfeeble on
Let's see to it.
the enemy there. Hit Vesper, but not the Warp Beast? Okay, I don't know what that's about, but that's what happened.
Someone's death wish is mine to grant. I'll put my psychic abilities to use. But of course, Lord Captain. Let's see to it. I won't object to it. Nothing stands against me.
All right. And Cassia will use Zone of Fear,
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
but it did not have an impact. We will move front line here.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
And we will,
I am a navigator,
Add the stratagem.
not a servitor. My heart still
Ow.
beats.
Argenta's up. Let's put her here. And concentrated fire.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Beautiful.
I'll do it.
And then wildfire. Wow. Okay,
None can escape the Emperor's judgment.
that'll work. Let's go ahead and
That is for the
reload
weak.
and be done. Jai.
Am I getting paid for this?
Boost Pascal here. Interesting. And then his bring it down.
The Omniscient knows all, comprehends all.
Nice.
The scriptural prophet.
Oh yeah. Go ahead and mark that as prey. And then another shot.
Request approved.
Perfect. In turn. Jai is up. Let's put her in position to attack. Actually, what does she got? I don't even know what all her stuff does. At the start of their turn, each ally in a 4-cell radius around the Servo Skull Swarm gains 10 wounds and a 43% chance to remove 1 injury. Whoa! Okay. Okay, well let's move the servo
I know what
swarm.
I'm doing, usually.
Nice.
You've got a problem, I've got a prize.
Ouch, I did more damage to my servo swarm than I did to the warp beast, but okay. Gladius is up. What do we got? 25 hit points? That's not gonna take long, but go ahead.
I'll make it happen. Still standing. Just barely.
Yep. Well, I'm not the brightest bulb in the
I won't
box.
forget this.
There we go. Okay. Anybody else alive? I don't think that I can get
I'm ready
anywhere
for whatever
near enough.
comes.
Don't want to waste those. I will use them next turn. Heinrichs is up again. Why is his movement so limited? I don't know, but it is. We'll use
Get me a
Idira
target.
again. And charge.
Naturally.
Beautiful. See if we can't finish
I
this
won't
off.
object. I'm done with this one.
Oh, and we've got a blue horror to deal with now. Lovely. Okay.
Cass, wait, little bird. Help is on the way.
There went Cassia. Yeah, she's already dead, yo. But keep it up. Okay. We're gonna mark the blue horror.
Request denied.
Okay, I was gonna mark the other one too, because why did she
Omniscient
not?
knows all, comprehends all.
Let's go ahead and give everybody access. Fire.
Request approved.
Nice. One more. Nice. Okay. Argenta. Looks like we will hit Pascal 2 possibly, but we'll get both of the blue horrors,
I'll
so
do it.
we're just going to deal with that. Perfect.
Faith
Little
without
run and
deeds
gun.
is worthless.
See if we can't position ourselves a
God
little
Emperor,
better.
move through me. Be the fire in my heart.
Perfect. I love it.
I'll do it. Doubt is for the weak.
High momentum.
Lovely. Steady superiority. We can just, until the end of combat. No, we're too close to the end of combat. We'll go
In thy
right
light
here.
I stand, and thy light I crave.
We'll do firearm mastery instead. I should have done it with those out. I forget it. It's very particular, but
I'll do it. Eradicated.
beautiful.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
Can't reach it, can't shoot it. So we're done there. Jai is up.
A moving target lives longer.
And we'll go ahead and finish it off here, hopefully.
Don't get too cocky. Never fight fair.
Lovely. Idira stares at you with crazed eyes while clutching the wounds on her head. At first, no sound comes out of her moving lips. Then she coughs weakly and whispers, "Lord Captain, is it really you?" Argenta trains her weapon on Idira and watches you closely. "Are you all right?" Idira removes her hand from her head and tries to wipe away her tears, leaving bloody marks on her face. Then she touches her burnt-out implant, frowning. "I don't know. It should be quiet, but in my head, the whispering's louder. It shouldn't be like that. This abomination claims that you called her. Is this true?" "Me? Did I?" "Yes, Lord Captain. I think it was me who called her. I can barely remember. The voices, my old good whispers, they turned suddenly red, sharp. They started cutting, tearing, ripping me to pieces. I cried out. I called for help, and she came." Idira groans and clutches her head. "Damn it! Why are the voices making so much noise now? Shut up! Shut up! Has anything like this ever happened to you before?" "Like this? Never! Well, there was something, but it was different. It wasn't as strong or as terrifying. Apparitions appeared. Mechanisms malfunctioned. The crew lost their minds." Idira breaks off. "But Lady von Valancius knew about that. She said it was a small price to pay, an acceptable expense. No psyker is immune to it. But what happened here? It was just a mistake. I won't do it again." Idira stretches her lips in a helpless smile, looking past you. "There will be no more mistakes, Lord Captain." Argenta grits her teeth. "This is not the first time this heretic has caused the death of her crew. Do you remember the incident on the mid-deck, Idira? What did those honest souls ever do to deserve such a fate? To be turned into mutants and attack their own families? You are a monster, a heretic. If you have any humanity left in you, admit what you are." "Shut up," Idira moans. "Quit your preaching. You're the worst out of everyone here." "Sometimes a psyker's first manifestation leads to their death and the deaths of many others. But if a psyker possesses inordinate willpower and discipline, they can stave off their fall for some time. Idira has been alive many years already, a laudable achievement and a stroke of incredibly good fortune. But the forces of the warp will ultimately devour any psyker deprived of the Emperor's protection. The fact that these manifestations are growing more powerful is a clear sign that the end is near. The previous rogue trader has been seen on the ship recently. Was that also your doing?" "Yes, Gladius. I did it a couple of times when I'd had too much to drink. At the time, I thought I heard her voice among all the whispers in my head. The voice was so sad, so clear, I couldn't help myself. I answered. I hoped I could reach her there." Idira bites her lip. "Ever since she died, Since I first heard her voice in my head, the whispers have gotten louder, clearer, harder to resist. You hear the warp whispering in your head and you answered? Are you insane? You don't know what it's like. The most important person in your life, who's now gone forever, suddenly starts talking to you inside your head. How could I not try to reach her? I had to! She falls silent for a moment. When she next begins to speak, it is in a barely audible whisper. I know what you're thinking. During the warp jump, when Lady Theodora came out toward us, I keep thinking about that meeting. I keep blaming myself. Why didn't I divine it? Why didn't I stop her killer? These thoughts have been playing at the back of my mind, day after day, choking me with guilt. And do you know what? The one on the officer's deck. I don't know what that was, but this time, here, this was the product of my guilt, an accuser straight from my own mind. What am I supposed to do with you now? Idira turns sharply to face you. Gladius, I know after everything I've done, you have no faith in my willpower or my strength, but I can fix everything. It's just, I'm not at my best, you see, but maybe we can find a way to replace my implants, or some other remedy, a better one. Lady von Valencia said that such a thing could be found, if not here, then elsewhere. I just didn't need it before, but we just need to find it. We need to figure out where to look for it, and we'll get it. And until then, I'll keep myself on a tight leash. I want to help you, Idira. We'll think of something. Idira covers her face with her hands and tries to hold back her sobs. Thank you. Thank you, Gladius. I won't let you down. You are making a mistake, Lord Captain. Perhaps you will find something to slow the decline, but it will not stop it. Only a miracle can save Idira Talas now. Why? I've heard enough stories about ways of extending a psycho's life, but I don't think you'll like all of them. Idira awkwardly shakes out her stained clothing. I think I'd better, with your permission, Lord Captain. She sways, taking a step back, and faints. Lord Captain, the Boxmaster's shaking voice comes over the comm bead. I received a report that the shooting on the lower deck had stopped. I presume you have brought the situation under control, awaiting further instructions. I got rid of the warp's illusions. Idira is alive. Bring her to the Churgeons and have them see to her. You hear unconcealed relief in the Boxmaster's voice. Of course, Lord Captain, as you command. Okay. Interesting. I assume that was a standard thing that's supposed to happen and not a result of us using unsafe passages, maybe? I don't know. I don't know. What do you think? Hey, we got some grenades. I like that. Okay, let's head out of here. We've done everything there was to do. Except get these goods, of course.
Operation successful.
Nice. Battle Psyker boots. The wearer gains 4% dodge until the start of their next turn for each enemy affected by their Psi Power or Psyker Staff attacks. Sounds like that'd be good for Cassia. Warp Conductor gloves. After triggering a psychic phenomena or perils of the warp, wearer's Psi rating is increased by 1. Wearer gains momentum and temporary wounds. Can only be equipped by an unsanctioned psyker. That's for Idira. The Guardian Crown. The wearer gains plus 10 toughness once per combat. Whenever the wearer's wounds drop below 35, the wearer gains plus 15 wounds. Nice. Some good stuff in that. Glad we looked around. Instead of regular symbols and numbers, the screens display slanted script, almost resembling handwriting in an unknown language. Pom, pom, pom.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
To the bridge, folks. So I guess it's possible to lose Idira permanently there. You can just be rid of one of your companions. If you're doing a dogmatic run, I imagine that's exactly what you would be doing. Wild. Okay. Let's hit the map. Try to get to Janus before we end the day, shall we? Scanning new systems, anomalies, or participating in non-combat space events gives us Navigator's Insight. I've been doing all those things, but I have not received any additional insight. We will keep one and just go to Dangerous, I suppose. Another watch aboard the void ship has come to an end. The Lord Captain, having given his final orders for the day, retired to his chambers for some divine rest. However, the rogue trader's slumber was disturbed by horrific nightmares plaguing his mind. Fate wrenched the Lord Captain out of the clutches of these agonizing warp dreams, only for him to witness the nightmare seeping through the flimsy membrane of the Geller field and taking physical shape in the ship's Sanctum Sanctorum. To battle! Uh-oh. We are to battle, friends.
Keep your wits about you. Your arrogance will be your downfall.
Give me strength!
Looks like a lot of them go before I do, so let me get away and we'll start.
Vile delights beckon you!
This way!
Give in to sensation!
Emperor, protect me!
Okay. Alright, well, let's get ourselves with a little flame. Orchestrate flame. And then end turn.
Don't touch me! Emperor, protect me! Emperor, protect me! Look out!
Lots of lower deck rabble in here. Oh good, some of our team is coming to help. Yeah, you missed. Oh guys. Oh wow, okay, well I hate to tell you this. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. But Argenta is about to destroy
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone! Each strike is a prayer. Nothing can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Oh yeah, that's the good stuff. Okay, let's go ahead and do a little run and gun action. Come to the side. And switch to our shoddy. And do another
in
shot.
battle! Each strike is a prayer.
Oh, Argenta, you absolute star. Okay. Can't beat any of that. That was all beautiful.
Don't touch me! I can handle this.
Minds exist only to be breathed.
Cleanses the body.
Well, they're not fully focused on Gladius, it would seem. Plenty of them are, though. Lovely. Let's go ahead and move over one.
I don't need luck. I have strategy.
For some reason, I can't blade dance? Why not?
I refuse.
Yeah, I see that, but I don't know why.
On it.
I am unsatisfied.
Are you? Interesting. I can't do my cleave either. I don't like any of that, but okay.
I'll make it happen.
Holy moly! That didn't go well.
Emperor, protect me. Oh, Emperor, protect me. Look out!
Cassia's with us. Argenta's back.
Guided by faith. Eradicated.
Beautiful.
Doubt is for the weak. I'll do it.
My soul sings in ecstasy.
Okay, Cassia is up. Let's
Isn't
buff
this a job
Argenta.
for the serfs?
Give her a little health boost. And let's go ahead and give her rear so she can do some damage. And then bring it down.
If you insist, Lord Captain.
I do indeed. Perfect.
None can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Wow. Just absolute destruction. Okay, and then we'll pull Cassia up and have her do a little lidless gaze.
Face the navigator's might.
Beautiful. That gives us the opportunity to
I'll show you why navigators are feared.
bring her up.
God Emperor, move through me. Be the fire in my heart. Eradicated.
That was the one we had the biggest opportunity to do damage
As the
to.
Emperor commands, I can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Okay. Beautiful.
I'll do it.
And we'll end turn there. Cassie is done as well.
Embrace excess. Burn monotony. Fire delights beckon you.
Pascal. Yeah. We'll bring him up. Oh, that's Cassia. Okay, well, let's just keep Argenta rolling, shall we?
If I may.
Well, crap. That is not what I intended to do at all. Let's
Doubt
use
is
run
for
and
the
gun
weak.
so we can get beyond Cassia and not do damage to her. So stupid, but it's what
As the
happens.
Emperor commands, I act.
Good. Cassia's up. She's already moved. She can't give that away. She can do this,
Isn't
potentially.
this a job for the serfs?
Maybe. And let's make this the new front line, or, wait, sorry, make this the new rear. And then we'll end. Argenta.
I'll do it.
Beautiful. And I believe that's got us. Yes. Pascal's up.
Heavy is the tread of his faithful. The scriptural prognosis
spot.
is favorable.
Hunt down the prey.
Request approved.
Yep. Try again.
Running by Derek, I venerate you.
Beautiful.
Spirit.
Give in to sensation!
I will endure.
Cassia's up again.
I'm
We'll
not
just
accustomed to being ordered around.
give it to Argenta
Strike is a prayer.
and let her finish this off for us. Okay. Look at that. Got more back here. Okay. Lovely.
I always keep my options open.
Okay, very nice. Done and done. So I assume we leave the same way everybody came in? Yep, to the Coronis Expanse map. Okie dokie. Let's have a visit. Lord Captain, according to the telemetry, the parameters of this system match those of Telecos Epsilon, home to the agro-world Janus that belongs to the von Valancius dynasty. We've received Vox's message from the planet. The agri-world's governor officially welcomes the rogue trader and reports she's begun preparations for a formal reception to celebrate the arrival of the planet's sovereign. Your subjects are looking forward to your visit. Well, good. Let's check out these other planets. Begin scan. Nice. Excellent. We'll take that. Looks like we have some hull damage we need to repair as well. Begin scan. Accept. Pick up some more plasteel. And we still have one left on the extractium. So that's good. Hull repair. 6 units of scrap. Very nice. Very nice. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. And then to the world Janus. Begin scan. there's Governor Viat's estate. That is where we need to go. Folks, we have finally made our way to Janus. We have navigated many dangers in the Coronis Expanse, but we have located the planet Janus, and we are ready to go down and find out what is happening on the first of the planets that we own as rogue trader of the Von Valancius dynasty. We need to set up a food shipment to Footfall, and we need to then head back to Footfall so that we can get into that area in the Shadow Quarters that we had not been into yet, and so that we can, turn into Opticon 22, because we scanned all these planets, and we should be in pretty good shape. But I think that we are going to need to get started on that next time. This has been Disabled. My name is Ed, and this has been the fantastic Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, as that helps me out tremendously. And until we see each other again, thank you so very much for coming on this journey with me today. Make your way with love and light, and goodbye.